Hey guys, how's it going? Today, we're going to be building a Town Hall 6 sort of hybrid war slash farming base. A little bit of everything. So right now on the base building template, I have laid out the buildings for Town Hall 6. On the right side here, to the right of this big set of walls, we have all the buildings that we had prior during Town Hall 5. And right over here, I laid out all of the buildings that are unique or new to Town Hall 6, including the traps. So as you can see, we have a new elixir collector, gold mine, a wizard tower, a mortar, an air sweeper, the first one, 2 new spring traps, and a big bomb. And we also get 25 new wall segments. Obviously, all of my buildings and walls are max for Town Hall 11, but I'm using the number and the amount of all of these things that you would have at Town Hall 6. So let's jump out of this one, and we're going to go over to a blank page over here. And we're going to start building a base. So we have a blank slate right here. And what a lot of people might do is go ahead and put the town hall right in the center to protect it, but we're going to hold off on that. We're not going to put that in the center. There's several reasons for this, one of which is that at Town Hall 6, whether it be war or trophy pushing, you really don't have enough walls to protect your town hall and your defenses effectively, especially if you want to also include resources in there. What's really important at Town Hall 6 is going to be your air defense. Now, with the air defense, it's going to be defending against 2 of the most common attack strategies at this level, one of which is balloons, and the other is a giant healer attack. Those are going to be the 2 toughest things to defend against at Town Hall 6. Of course, if somebody drops an Electro Dragon on your base, it's not going to stand a chance, but you really don't have to worry about that because at Town Hall 6, people's clan castles don't have that amount of space to handle that. And during war, you're probably not going to be attacked by the really high level people. You're probably going to be attacked by Town Hall 6s, maybe some 7s, and maybe a few 5s. So you don't need to worry about those things. We can't build to defend against everything, so we have to pick some things. So what I'm going to do here in this base, and what I would recommend, is keeping the air defense very central to your base. Sort of build your base around the air defense. Now, some people would say to put the clan castle in the center as well, but again, at Town Hall 6, I don't feel like you have enough buildings to effectively use the clan castle in the center. There's just not enough space. If you look at the spawn zones around here, it's a pretty wide zone for a Town Hall 6. So if somebody drops a wall breaker, they're probably going to be able to lure your clan castle anyway. So it's kind of just a waste of space, in my opinion, to put that in the center at Town Hall 6. We'll talk about that a little bit more later so you can see it in the base. But let's get right into this right here. So we have an air defense, and I'm not going to build the base. Well, it's going to be symmetric, but it's not going to be symmetric, or it will be symmetric horizontally. It's not going to be symmetric vertically, meaning that the left and right will be pretty balanced, but top and bottom are not going to be. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting walls above the air defense, and I'm leaving 2 spaces here. The reason I'm doing that is because if I were to move the air defense right here, archers on the outside of the wall could shoot over it and destroy the air defense. But if I put it down 2 over here, now archers are not going to be able to attack that. Also, it's going to, as we build the base, affect the giant or balloon pathing. So right here, I'm going to take one of our wizard towers, put that in the corner here. And now I'm going to put a gold storage right over here. And we'll do on the opposite side an elixir storage. And now I'm going to segment this off. Alright, so that's closed off. And if you're making a war base, you might be tempted to put these outside the base, But I would actually leave them inside your walls because we're going to have enough walls for all of our defenses to be protected. And these are high hit point buildings, so they're going to slow down enemy attacks. If you were to put them outside and replace it with a lighter building, the troops are going to blow through that much quicker. So I would recommend keeping those there. And now let's get a mortar. Let's get both our mortars, actually. And we'll put that there and here. And now this is going to be especially important if you're making a farming base. So you're using it in a regular battle, not war, because people might be attacking you with barch and stuff like that. So actually, let me move this down a little bit. Do this here. I'm just moving this down a little bit so we can actually get another building in here. I might have done that one too many. Okay. That's better. We'll keep that there. And now we're gonna get the mortars here. And now I'm gonna build this wall down here and here. And now we're gonna close off the mortar sections. I'm not closing off the air defense. This base is actually going to leave that open, and I'll explain that as we go on. And now, what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to close this off right there. I'm not going to push it out all the way. And again, there's a few reasons for this. You know, if we built the walls like that over here, oops, making this look confusing here. Let me clean that up. You know, this would make it so that, again, archers wouldn't be able to shoot over. But I'm more concerned with this right now with wall breaker AI. Because if somebody was to drop a wall breaker, here, let me get a bomb to represent a wall breaker. Actually, builder sets a wall breaker. If somebody were to drop a wall breaker right here, it's going to target that wall, this junction point right here, meaning that somebody can drop 2 wall breakers and open up 2 sections. Whereas if we take these walls and we put them down here, now if somebody drops a wall breaker, it's going to target this right here, but the wall breaker can only target 2 buildings. So it's going to blow up that wall, and that wall, but the mortar is going to stay safe. So that'll keep it from getting attacked by giants or something like that. So that's why we're going to off segment that a little bit there. Let's pull this down a little bit. I just pulled that down a little bit, that way if archers do come down here, if we have it over here, the mortar can still shoot it. Let's get you there. Just gonna close that off. Okay, it's looking pretty good so far. Now we need to get the air sweeper. And we're gonna put the air sweeper, where are you? Okay, I'm gonna have the air sweeper defending from the top. Because the town hall, we're gonna be putting the town hall towards the bottom. That way, if somebody chooses to attack from the town hall side, they're gonna have to go through a lot to get to the air defense. But if they're going for it, so that'd be like if they're going for a 1 or 2 star. But if they're going for a 3 star and they're using air troops, it would make more sense for them to attack from the top. But since we have the air sweepers pointing to the top, it's gonna make their attack much more difficult. And if they attack from the bottom, the town hall is gonna be tanking, providing a lot of hit points to slow down the attack. Let's move this out of the way a little bit for right now. I'm also going to put our second wizard tower right there. Now, let's go back over here. We're going to build 2 out again for those wall breakers to defend against them. And same thing over here. We're going to build out 2 and close off there. Went a little too far that time. This looks asymmetric. I think yep. Right there. There we go. Okay. Now, let's go to our walls. Yep, that's just about use all of our walls, I think. Making sure everything looks good here. Yep. Okay. So now we need to fill in these side buttresses. Again, I'm going to get storage in here. Get the second gold storage like so. And now we had to think about all of our cannons and archer towers. So what we want to do with this, we want to triangulate these defenses as much as possible. And what I mean by that is that I don't want to have like a cannon here, and a cannon there, because then this entire other side of the building up here, would have all archer towers. So we put those here, and now suddenly the bottom left side of our base has no air coverage besides the air defense, and that's no good. So what we want to do, something more like this. We'll take this archer tower, move it down there, move that cannon up here, and then move this archer tower. We'll keep that archer tower here actually, and keep this cannon right there. So now we have a pretty good triangulation of these point defenses. That looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. So now we'll just fill in the rest of the buildings, get the town hall in here. We don't want the town hall too far out because we don't want them to be able to just take it and then attack from wherever they want. We want to make it so that if they do go for the town hall, they have to commit to some degree to their attack. And then I'll put the clan castle right at the bottom, because again, it's going to be lured no matter what. We could just experiment. See, if we put the clan castle here, it's still pretty easy to lure. If we put the rest of our buildings out on the side here, it will be a little more difficult, but again, they could just drop a wall breaker and lure everything. So that's why I don't particularly recommend at Town Hall 6 putting the clan castle in the center. But now all we have to do is fill in with the rest of these little buildings. And it also looks like we have 3 walls left. I guess you can put those wherever you want to. Let's get the the collectors in here. So we have 6 collectors we'll have to place. And we're going to leave some gaps in here for traps, and also to make it so that the attackers don't know where the traps are. The more spaces we have in here, the less certainty they will have when attacking. So we've got the storages there. Let's get gold storage. And what I'm doing is I'm placing these collectors, out 2 spaces, so as far as they can go, to push the spawn point out. That way, if they drop giants, the giants will have to walk quite a bit away, and the archers and barbarians are going to be over here, but the defenses are going to have a lot of focus on the archers. And I'll explain the philosophy or the methodology behind this base a little more when we finish putting these buildings out here. Let's get a gold storage there. Builder's hut there. We need some camps. Where are my camps? I'm blind. There's a camp. Okay. Close that off. We need barracks. Yep. Barrack there. Get another camp here because we have 3 of them. It's not even. Same with the barracks. We'll need a dark barrack. Get the other barrack there. So we're leaving lots of gaps and we're pushing it out as far as we can. Another builder hut. And if you don't have all 5 builder's huts, you can just rearrange these outside buildings a little bit differently. They won't make too much of a difference for you. 2 more gold mines, I think. Gold mine there. Pump here. Another gold mine. And then we need 2 more. 1 more of each, that is. Get those here. Get some builder huts up in here. Yeah, right there. There we go. And we need the laboratory too. Laboratory, where are you? There you are. Okay. Spell factory. Yeah, let's do that. Push it out right there. Okay, we have 1 more builder hut, I think. Yep, we'll push it out a little bit. That way, if they attack the clan castle, they get caught up on a few buildings before targeting the troops. Now, the last step here is traps. So we have 4 bombs, and I'm going to put a couple bombs you can play around with this placement. I haven't tested the trap placement, but I'm going to put some bombs here because I imagine that they're going to be dropping archers or barbarians to try to lure your clan castle, and this might be able to damage them, take a few out. Same up here. After they kill the clan castle, they'll march on up to the town hall and hopefully get zapped. Now, if we look at this base, well, I'll finish placing the traps. I would put the spring traps right here, there, and we got a big bomb. I'm gonna put that there because it makes sense, and also air bombs to protect the air defense. Okay, now the base is pretty much done. Again, I think there's 3 walls that you can put wherever you want. But the idea behind this base is that if they attack from the ground, what's gonna happen? I need a new building for my giants. Alright, enemy giants are now this bomb. That's too confusing with all the other traps. We need something. They're the dark elixir. If the enemy were to attack with giants from the bottom here, the giants are going to go target that wizard tower right there. So they're going to walk all the way in here and get rid of that now. So while the giants are attacking this wizard tower, they're going to walk all the way through there, and all the other troops are going to get caught up on these buildings down here, meaning that the giants are going to walk right into the heat really quickly. They're going to be getting hit by multiple mortars, the wizard tower, 2 of these point defenses here, as well as all of these traps, the spring traps. That's going to do a number on giants. And if they attack from the top, what's going to happen is that, let's assume the giants bust open this wall here. They're going to attack the wizard tower, and then they're going to attack these right here, and then they're going to get slowed down. What you even could do, if you want to mess with pathing even more, we could remove this wall here and this wall there, and what would happen then is that after the giants take out these, they're going to march down to the mortars instead of trying to target the air defense. Again, that's something you can play around with, see what works for you. But the main idea behind this base is we're trying to get troops, the enemy troops, caught up inside the core. So we're actually kind of luring them into the center of the base where they're going to take damage from everything. Because imagine if we were to, let's just remove this air defense for a second. Imagine if somebody were to drop troops right here. What would happen is that we would be getting hit from, they'd be getting hit from the archer tower, maybe the cannon, both of these mortars, this archer tower, this cannon, and even that wizard tower. Not to mention the air sweeper there. So they would be taking so much damage, and this was an old trick that people used to do quite a lot, is to leave a hole in the center of the base, and people's troops would just get fried. With the Grand Warden coming out, people don't do it at the higher levels anymore, but it was extremely effective. And we're going based off that same concept, trying to get troops into the center of the base where they're going to do the most damage. You know, we could make a base with just a bunch of boxes, but then you're not really messing with the pathing. And that's what you want to do with base building. You want to use walls to influence the way the enemy troops move throughout your base. You want to funnel, you want to channel them. That way you can handle them as you want on your own terms. So that's the basic concept behind building a base, a Town Hall 6 base. I'm planning on doing these for other Town Hall levels as well. But if you have a Town Hall 6, I'd love for you guys to try this base out and let me know how it goes for you. We can always rework it. I'm sure there's ways to improve this. But that's about all, guys, for this one. Have a great day, or have a great life, like we decided last time. And I'll see you next time.